Now, as Saigon and Vietnam become a bigger melting pot of people from different cultures and countries, the breakfast scene is starting to kick off. So on today's episode, whether you're a fan of the Scandinavian, European, French, or even the big British breakfast, we have got a dish somewhere in town directly for you. This is Saigon. Let's go and eat some brekkie. So we're here at number 19, Lee Tan Ton Street at a place called Usine. Now these guys opened since 2010. There's now 3 of the venues in the city, and although they used to specialise in that French-esque style of food, they've moved on from that, brought an Australian chef, and now they're doing an array of brunches, lunches and early dinner. When you step inside, you'll see those beautiful marble floors, lovely wooden tables. It has that Parisian type of feel to the whole place. Today we're going to try something a little bit off their normal menu. It's a chef's recommendation, and that is a Scandinavian sandwich. We're talking smoked salmon, sourdough, capers, and a very, very beautiful pickled sauce. So we come up to the top floor of Usine and we're trying a Scandinavian style of breakfast. This thing here is called a smorgasbord. It's basically an open-faced sandwich, and in Scandinavia they'd normally have it with just bread and butter and local ingredients and some kind of cured fish. Now this little tasty treat comes in at 170,000, but anything on the menu starts at around $4 and nothing really goes above 8. Timing wise, opens at 7 o'clock and runs through till 9 or 10 on the evening, depending which venue. And if you're into your wine like I am, they do the Mac Daddy of happy hours from 5 to 7 every single day, where it's 50% on wine, beers and cocktails. Whether you're like me, you like to eat alone or bring all your imaginary friends, this place is the place for you. Cheers everyone. For our second destination, we come to Vo Trong Quan Street, which is in An Phu, which is basically Tao Dien, but not quite Tao Dien. Now we're down this little side street in a place called Tartine, and we're going to try a dish which has got a little bit of controversy behind it. We're going to be trying a dish called shashuka, which legend has it was brought over to the Middle East as the Jews were coming via Europe. We're talking tomato, eggs, onions, cumins, peppers and spices, chucked all together into a skillet, a one kind of pan thing to heat everything up on, bashed together, and you could eat it on the road. We're here at a place called Tartine Sourdough Bakery, who is one of their specialty items. Now first things first, you might be wondering why I've got a glass of wine. Well, here at Tartine they do all day breakfast, so you can get your shashuka or your English breakfast at any time. It's got this beautiful earthenware bowl, so it still has that tradition of that Arabic feel. We get some lovely bread on the side, which is leavened, which would be slightly different if you're probably having it in the Middle East. Now the dish inside, as I say, we've got the eggs, we've got tomato, we've got onions, loads of herbs and spices. The smells coming off this thing is absolutely intense. What you'd normally do is get your bread, have a massive dip in of all those lovely ingredients and take a good old bite. Definitely getting those Arabic flavors through. Almost like a tomato soup, but if that tomato soup was made in the Middle East, this thing is banging. Cheers to that. Here's to wine, here's to all day breakfasts. For our third location, we come to number 1 Pasha Street, right here in D1. And we're going to a little Malaysian restaurant which has got a very specific breakfast called Nasi Lemak. Now they do say that the best places you can find in the world are found down little alleyways. Now once you come up the alleyway, you'll come to a place called Makiucha. Now these guys have been open for 7 months, and we're trying one of the Malaysian specialities, which is a breakfast dish called Nasi Lemak. This thing's got peanuts, anchovies, chilies and spices, all on a bed of coconut rice. It's meant to be really creamy, and it's not a dish I've had. I'm hungry, let's eat. So they brought out these 3 amazing dishes. So on one side, we've got the char kway tao. Over here, we've got the breakfast special, which is called the nasi lemak. And then this is a dish that most people have heard of, which is called the rendang, the beef rendang. This is kind of a bit stewy. This has got those noodles and all those spices and wonderful prawns. And this was that simple dish that Malaysians used to have for breakfast every day. Normally with just rice, anchovies, peanuts, and a really little spicy sauce on the side. Ready to dig in? Oh yeah! If you watched the show before, you know I'm not a massive fan of spice, but actually the flavors and the smells coming off of this dish are absolutely intense. Now this thing is about 113k for this little dish here. You have it with rice without, but it's actually, they've taken Australian beef here, they slow cook for 6 hours, so they kind of that kind of stewiness brings all those flavors in, but then without the British kind of stew to it, all the spices go in, so you get that real taste of Malaysia coming through. For our last dish up, we've got the nasi lemak, and this is why we came here to try out this breakfast dish. A simple dish really, just some rice, some chicken, cucumber, some peanuts, anchovies, and one of their highly spicy but flavoursome sauces. Now, because I was melting outside, we've come inside for our final little dessert, and this is a banana fritter. They've taken the best of both worlds by putting a little bit of the banana, deep frying it up, and sprinkling it with cheese. Something I've never tried. Let's give this a little bang. Unsure face. It's really hot. I'm burning my mouth. Ready? Are you still did you film the whole of me just burning alive there? Yeah. So for our final destination, we are here in Dachau at the Vintage Emporium. Now these guys opened up in 2014. They've now got 2 venues, one here and another one in Tao Dien. And when they first opened, they wanted to bring that little Sydney bohemian cafe-esque feel right here to Saigon. All the furniture is reclaimed, really nice kind of looks up on the wall. And breakfast-wise, they do everything from your full English breakfast to your pancakes and a really good coffee. Let's go and have some brekkie. So we come up to the 2nd floor, and today we're going for one of their English banging breakfasts. This thing will set you about 220 with all your classics, bacon, sausage, eggs and bread. If you're not that and you want that more Sydney-esque feel, that brunchy lunch, you've got a load of really good items from eggs Benedict, smashed avocado toast, an amazing array of salads, and all of that won't break the bank. It comes in around 200 to 220,000. For lunch, they have a 120k special where you can get chicken or spaghetti or a really good salad. A whole menu full of good items, and it feels definitely like you're right on a beach in Sydney. They've got smashed, rolls. Who's host of smoothies? Menus that have everything from those kind of brekkie rolls. Brekkie rolls? The f is that? A massive thanks to everyone we got to feature on today's episode. If you want to be featured on This Is Saigon, just click on one of the links below, get in contact, and we'll come and feature your restaurant, hotel, place, accommodation, whatever you've got. On next week's episode of This Is Saigon, we are going to be jumping aboard the Mekong Jewel, a luxury 5-star cruise ship, which is going to take us down the Saigon River to the amazing biosphere, otherwise known as the Mekong Delta. We look forward to seeing you on the next episode of This Is Saigon.